Hola clase, hoy vamos a hacer una actividad para ayudar en la tarea. So this is one of the longer assignments that you have all semester. It's your Learn Smart Vocabulario and your Learn Smart Gramatica. And chapter one is definitely the one that has the most questions. So for example, I think the Vocabulario has 130 or so questions, and I think the Gramatica has like 75. And I know in the past that my students have really struggled with this. And so I made some cheat sheets for you that will definitely save you some time and aggravation. So make sure that you print those off because it really will save you quite a bit of time. And also I'm going to explain how to make your life a lot easier. So I'm actually going to show you how the program works. And so we'll do a couple of them together so you have a good idea. And some of them are in Spanish, and so it can get complicated. So vamos a ver. Write the best word to complete the analogy. Use the definite article el, la, los, or las in your answer. So you have el profesor, la profesora. So, and there's four options down here, and it doesn't matter which one you pick. It's just trying to tell you, give an idea of how well you know something. So for example, I'm pretty sure that I know it. Okay, so I'm going to put el hombre, right? Because that would be the opposite of woman. So having your vocab list out is really helpful with this too. So I'll put submit. Okay, so that's good. We're going to go on to the next one. So some of them are multiple choice, some of them you have to put in, and if you don't use accent marks, it's going to make you do the question over again. So one of the things that it does, if you do get it wrong, it constantly, you can only get 100 on this assignment. So what's going to happen is that it just recycles the question to the back until you get it right. So if you're really struggling with something and you keep on getting it wrong, it'll show you what the right answer is. So what I suggest that you do is that you write it down so that when it comes up the next time, you can answer it correctly and you lose hours off of your life. So la clase, select the logical word to complete the dialogue. La clase de historia es difícil. So is history class difficult? No, es muy blank. No tenemos mucha tarea. No, we don't have a lot of homework. So débil would be weak. Descansada, pobre is poor. Fácil, so maybe you know it, maybe you don't, doesn't matter. So let's just say think so. Right, so the opposite of difícil is fácil. Correct. Okay, so select the best answer. La clase de biología es blank difícil, a little difficult, but difficult, and difficult. You're welcome, difficult. So let's say you have no idea. It's going to give you what the correct answer is, and then it recycles it back so that you have to answer it again. Write the logical word to complete the sentence. Mi profesora, la señora Valenzuela, no es simpática, es, right? So the professor, Mrs. Valenzuela, she is not nice, no es simpática, es, I would say, let's get it wrong, right? So the only reason I got it wrong is because I didn't put the accent mark over the A. So make sure that you include those because those are a part of spelling. Okay, so this gives you a general idea of what to do. So let's go back to your cheat sheet. We're going to go over some of those answers so you guys can keep this out so when these questions pop up, you don't have to work so hard. So some of them, I try to pick out the more challenging ones. So Carla no necesita dos libros. She doesn't need two books. Solo necesita uno. She only needs one. Número dos. Write the synonym for the following word. Bonito, guapo. Una profesora es una mujer, pero un profesor es un hombre. Número cuatro. La palabra que describe dos o más personas que tienen amistad. The word that describes two or more people that have a friendship. Los amigos. Yo deseo jugar un deporte esta semana. I wish to play a sport this weekend. So you, in the present tense, it's very rare, unless you're using the present progressive, that you have two conjugated verbs in a row. So that's why this is in the infinitive. Muchas gracias. De nada. Thank you very much. You're welcome. Necesito practicar el piano, pero no tengo tiempo. I need to practice the piano, but I don't have time. Número 8. Si mañana es viernes, if tomorrow is Friday, hoy es jueves, today is Thursday. Si hoy es jueves, mañana es viernes. If today is Thursday, tomorrow is Friday. Para sacar buenas notas, tú necesitas estudiar. In order to get good notes, you need to study. En el supermercado necesito blank todos los ingredientes para preparar la cena esta noche. At the supermarket, I need blank all of the ingredients in order to prepare the dinner for tonight. Comprar, I need to buy. Número 12, Ruth. Hola, Leticia. ¿Qué tal? Bien. ¿Y tú? So the reason we use ¿qué tal, right? Because Leticia answers bien y tú, right? And that's speaking in the informal. So your only possible correct answer would be A, because ¿qué tal is the informal way of asking what's up or how are you doing. Número 13, no tienen dinero. No pueden pagar. They don't have money. They can't pay. 14, write the infinitive of the verb that you would logically use with these phrases. El tenis, videojuegos, el fútbol, en el parque con mis amigos. La respuesta, B, jugar. Tennis, video games, soccer, in the park with my friends. So A is to watch, B is to play, C is to speak. 15, deseo blanco un restaurante porque quiero aprender a cocinar. I wish to work in a restaurant because I want to learn to cook. Número 16, estudias en la biblioteca. So in this context, it gives you what it wants you to put. So in parentheses, it says sometimes. A veces estudio. Sometimes I study en la biblioteca. Jamie, soy de California. ¿Y usted? De dónde es, right? So that would be the formal way of asking somebody where they're from. 18, hay 25 estudiantes en una profesora en la clase. So there are 25 students and a professor in the class. Número 19, la clase de biología es un poco difícil. So this is one that we practiced together earlier. El profesor, el hombre, la profesora, la mujer. La mesa de estudiante también se llama. So the desk of a student is also called el escritorio. Los niños entran a clases por la puerta. The students enter the classes through the door. Número 23, es un edificio que presta libros. It's a building that lends books. La biblioteca. So this is where, when some of these questions, there's just a lot of vocab that is being thrown at you. So it takes a long time either to look up these words. So hopefully this will make the process a little bit easier. So it's kind of throwing you into the fire, but sometimes that's the best way to learn. 24, escuchar, hablar, buscar, encontrar. Número 25, la clase de matemáticas no es fácil, es muy difícil. Alto, bajo, rubio, moreno. Número 27, 8 a.m., buenos días. 10 p.m., buenas noches. Select the verb that refers to a meal that most people have at night. So A, desayunar is breakfast. B is to eat, comer. C, almorzar is to eat lunch. D, cenar is to eat dinner. Número 29, si hoy es lunes, if today is Monday, mañana es martes. Número 30, compras libros aquí. You buy books here. A, el bolígrafo, la librería, el salón de clase, or D, la biblioteca. So your answer actually is B, and I don't think I have it highlighted, so B, la librería, right? So that's a bookstore. Okay, so hopefully this helps. Remember, there's 150 questions, and we just did 30 together, so that gives you about 120 to do. But remember the trick I taught you. If you get it wrong, it's going to tell you the right answer, and it just recycles it to the back until you get it right. So that's the only way you can complete the assignment is if you get all these answers right. I also don't suggest that you wait till the last minute because 150 questions is a lot of questions to answer. So let's do some of the Gramatica. So the appropriate word to complete the sentence, el perro blanco Es muy inteligente. So this is your adjective. Because perro is masculine, blanco needs to be masculine. Write the correct form of the adjective bajo. Carlos y Julieta son muy bajos, right? Because you have two, and it's plural, and there's a man and a woman, right? Remember, the masculine always takes precedent. So select all of the options that are not or do not include definite articles. So your definite articles are el, la, los, las. So the two that don't pertain are donde y por. Número cuatro, yo no soy paciente. I am not patient. So the ones that have the multiple choice are a little bit easier. The ones that you have to fill in can be a little bit more complicated. Complete the sentence with the correct form of the possessive adjective. Nuestra universidad. And the reason it's nuestra and not nuestro is because universidad is femenina. So words that end in D, remember, are most of the time, they're feminine. Número seis, Alvaro y Susana son rubios, right? So it's rubios because you have two people and one's a male and one's a woman. One's male and one's female. Complete the sentence with the correct form of ser. Yo soy flexible. Complete the sentence with the correct indefinite article. Número ocho, necesito comprar un libro. So remember, your indefinite articles are un, una, unos, unas. Select the correct possessive adjective to complete the sentence. ¿Conoces a mis amigos? Right, so it has the my in the parentheses, and the reasons it's mis is also because you have more than one friend, it's plural. So número 10, complete the sentence with the correct form of the verb hablar. Usted habla con la profesora. Número 11, nosotros escuchamos la radio. Número 12, complete the sentence with the correct form of the verb ser. Mi mejor amiga tiene una colección. Todos estos zapatos son de ella. 13, Sara y Julia son de Perú. They are from Peru. 14, what is the correct nosotros form of the verb bailar? Bailamos. Write the plural form of the following word. Include the definite article. Your definite articles are el, la, los, las. La pared, which means wall, changes to las paredes. So remember, if your noun ends in a consonant, then you have to add es to make it plural. Complete the sentence with the correct form of the possessive adjective. So if you were paying attention about 10 questions ago, it would be nuestra universidad, right? Because universidad is femenina, and nuestra means our. Complete the sentence with the correct form of ser. Ella es sentimental y emocional. Complete the sentence with the correct definite article, el, la, los, las. So clase, is it masculine or feminine? So remember, words that end in E can be either masculine or feminine, but clase is femenina. Complete the sentence with the correct form of ser. Ustedes son muy elegantes. Número 20, what is the correct yo form of the verb bailar? Remember, if it starts with yo, it ends in O. Yo bailo. Complete the sentence with the correct form of necesitar. Tú necesitas una calculadora. Número 22, select the correct possessive adjective to complete the sentence. ¿Cómo son tus clases este semestre? Número 23, what is the correct ellos, ellas form of the verb tomar? Toman. So tomar can mean to drink or to take. 24, tú estudias español. And número 25, what is the correct form of the verb regresar? It would be regresa. So again, you have quite a few on these ones too, and it's more verb conjugation, descriptive adjectives, possessive adjectives, definite and indefinite articles. But again, don't leave this assignment to the last minute or you'll be really unhappy. But the same thing applies. If you get it wrong, it'll tell you the correct answer. So it would be really intelligent of you to write it down so that when it's recycled back again, you don't have to keep answering the same question wrong. Hopefully this helps. Que tenga buen día y nos vemos pronto. Ciao.